Hello, hello. Here we are in game number one of the losers match here. I am joined now by our awesome Torontonian master of esports. It is the
Risk
maestro,
Gaming.
the Lancelot, the one, the only, the Tony.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. How's it going?
It's pretty good. Let's get this game going.
Indeed. It's already kind of underway there with a lot of buildings, but down here on the bottom right-hand side, we have from Team StimTL, it is Elky.
All right, on the top left side, we have our yellow Zerg.
It's Team Carbot Fanimations.
Oh, is it? All
That's
right.
what that is.
Representing Team Carbat Animations. Look,
Fanimations.
Fanimations. All right. Looking to take his first win in this losers game, it is MaddxDogg.
Yay.
All
And
right.
he does have his pool already done there with speed started.
Yeah, speed going down. Zergling's attacking this SCV right now, Dave. But he did get a lot of valuable information from this. Elky opting for a command center and barracks opening. How do you think this game will play out?
I think he's got a pretty good tendency here. Like I think this is kind of the right call. He's gonna defend enough on the low ground. We saw in the first series of the night. I don't know if you're around yet, but we saw basically a nice Baneling bust into someone that opened orbital first. But what he didn't have was an established bunker on the low ground, a wall on the low ground, and I think that could make the difference here.
Yeah, Elky here looking to put the barracks and the bunker in the low ground. It might help against another barracks going down the front. It's going to help against that Baneling bust in. We are on Ohana today, so Ohana, I believe the rush distance is one of the shorter ones. So things like Baneling bust, speedlings can be incredibly effective on this map.
Yeah, definitely they can be good, but with the thicker wall, not as much. There's actually 4 barracks going down, and it's going to be a roach warren for MaddxoDogg X, which is a little bit unorthodox. It can be good, but it's the type of thing that you'll often do anticipating something like Hellions or anticipating a really quick attack. But with 4 barracks and a bunker already down, it's almost exactly what you don't want to have.
This kind of sort of brings me back to the Wings of Liberty days when early roaches seemed to be super effective against Terrans, right? But with 3 barracks at the wall, like he might be able to get some poke damage down, but that's about it. You're just basically giving him a love tap at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's almost no way to even get fire to the bunker. If that was the case, he's got a decent amount of Marines here that are going to be going out on a little bit of a maybe an overlord hunt here. He's looping back around to kill the Ling that has some idea, obviously, now of how many Marines there actually are.
He's gonna spot this overlord, I think. So he's gonna chase it down, basically deny MaddxDogg sort of the feeling of map control almost, because right now he's got nothing out on the field. There's hardly any overlords out scouting for him. He barely has any information on this Terran player.
Yeah, really true there, and I think he was definitely on a bit of an overlord hunt. He actually supply blocked his opponent twice, only briefly, but it costs to have to remake overlords over and over like that.
So Elky is going to see that he doesn't have a third base, scans the main base, or finds the Baneling nest. That's an incredibly useful scan there. He is a little bit of afraid of a push coming out, especially one that, like, in the early games of Zerg, where Banelings and Roaches are part of.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like he's actually going to respond to that. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction, but he's going right up to 3 bunkers. But I think he kind of viewed this as he's not ready to push. He doesn't want to do anything yet. So he's just going to say, okay, I scanned it. I see a roach warren that you're not going to use. And I see a Baneling nest that you're now making in response. As long as I just don't die, then I'm definitely ahead.
He is going to add Marauders into the mix. Marauders good for basically killing roaches and taking up some Baneling hits. Really good composition here for what he's up against.
Yeah, for sure. Here, there's just so much bulk up front. There's no way that sort of army is getting through it all. So his economy can just kind of develop. He can tech up from here. Obviously, he's taken a bit of a slow tech path as his factory is just finishing, but it's going to give him time to actually develop that.
Yeah, Elky sensing that it's been a while, and if the Zerg was gonna all in, he would have all in already.
Yeah.
So he's gonna move out. Looking at the army supply, we do have Elky ahead by about 14 supply here. He's feeling pretty confident. That's why he's moving out. Let's see what comes of this.
Yeah, if he is planning on launching an attack, he's actually got +1 weapons and concussive shell reasonably well lined up. He could launch something at that point and try and take advantage of his opponent. The Baneling nest, like we said, is done, but there's not actually any Banelings that have been morphed in, and there's only actually 11 Lings in existence at the moment. Mm-hmm. So Elky, a little indecisive. He's kind of bouncing around the map, just trying to, I guess, clear out anything that's there, maybe another little Overlord hunt, but it doesn't look like he's really committing to attack or anything. Yeah, on the flip side, he's salvaged all the bunkers that he had at home, so he knows that nothing's going to strike that way.
So this is sort of what is keeping me interested here. So they're both on 2 bases, but Elky has obviously spent most of his resources into his army, but looks like those are poor Baneling hits. Elky looking to smash through this Roach army right now. Those Banelings would have been the difference here, but they just didn't get the connections they needed. Looks like Elky's just going to push in here, scanning away, taking away those creep tumors. I don't know what...
There's not much here at all. I mean, literally, we saw 5 Banelings detonate on the same single Marauder, which is just about the worst case scenario for that.
MaddxoDogg looking to replicate a Carbot episode there. Just 6 Banelings gone to 1 Marauder. He kind of just shrugs it off. Elky, I'm surprised his game sense isn't telling him to just go in there. He must have seen those 6 Banelings hit that 1 Marauder and feel pretty confident going in. But we do see Banelings to be being researched by MaddxoDogg right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got to get this speed up. Elky was right to scan and prevent the creep from going off. He did run a Marine back off to the base. He's got good vision of what's going on the map. I think he kind of feels if he contains him on 2 bases, there's no way that he could possibly be behind. So why take any chances whatsoever of going up a ramp? But yeah, his bioforce is kind of getting quite large, and he's almost hit the point that all the key upgrades like stem are done.
Well, Elky here, he seems to be in full control of this match right now. Both expansions seem to be covered by Marine, and
it's kind of odd that you see this early in a game. Almost nothing's really happened. Like there's been no fights that you would say like, oh, that was a decisive engagement or anything, and yet Elky has double the supply. He's
not only
just
that, but
been in such control, that he's just macroed like crazy.
I'm I feel like what Elky's thinking is like he's on 2 bases and he hasn't expanded to his 3rd, and I haven't seen his full army. Where is it? And I think that's what's making him scared here. We do see a Hydralisk then over there, but look at the unit composition. I don't think I see any Hydras being built or created already.
Yeah, there's almost this... I see what you mean. Like there's almost this feel of like, how is that all you have? And he's playing kind of nervous. It was weird here, this drop in the 3rd when he had a Marine standing right there. He knew there wasn't a base there, so I'm not sure what he was dropping for, but because he swung it over to that side as opposed to say dropping in the main or anything where there might be crucial tech.
Oh, sweet play right there. He's hitting them from
dropping
the
low ground.
Snipes the Banelings off. Are they gonna pick up some
well done here? And then he's got this guarding the ramp so that there's no way this army can come down. It's just stubbornly attacking this.
Yeah, in the meantime, Hydralisk do popped out, get sniped out immediately. Looks like Elky's just going to be smashing through the front, and MaddxoDogg's going to GG out.
Alrighty, here we are on game number 2 of the losers match. We are here on Akalon Waste. Down here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have our pink Terran player who took that first game pretty dominatingly. It is from Team StimTL. He is Elky.
Alright, on the top left side, we have our yellow Zerg player from Karboff Fanimations looking to get his first win in this losers match. It is MaddxDogg. Alright, so Akalon Waste, I don't remember if this was ASL or it was an early HOTS tournament, but it was watching a fully, basically 10 base Zerg go up against a 3 base Terran, and basically that Zerg ran into a bunch of Widow Mines 100 times and then lost.
Happens.
And that was an epic match. I think it was the MOG HOTS tournament, actually.
That seems like something that could happen, particularly in the early days of Widowminism.
Well, looks like Elky looking to get a scout out here on the Zerg. He's going to find 2 Zerglings chasing his SCV. Let's see what else he finds here. He's going to see the spawning pool is down, see that the gas is taken as well. Not basically typical Zerg play at this point. He does not see the hatchery, or doesn't see a second hatchery at all. So
yeah, the key I think he was trying to make sure he got it there was to see whether or not the gas had gone above 100 or not. So, which it's a little hard to tell on that because when he got there, it was at like 2380. So either it had gone over 100 because his opponent intended to, or he just forgot to take them off. And it's kind of hard to tell at that point, but obviously he is keeping on with it.
Yep, so Elky, sensing the danger, gonna leave his command center up at his ramp and build a bunker at the same time. It is gonna keep him relatively safe. He's gonna throw down a factory as well, so interesting tech play coming out of Elky.
Yeah, I think maybe, again, based on that little bit of a cue that gas was still being mined, he's got to consider whether or not a Baneling bust is a possibility in this situation. And so he knows that he can just leave the orbital on the high ground for the time being.
So we see a macro hatch and a Baneling nest getting thrown out. My sense is telling me that he's still going to try and attempt this Baneling bust of some sort. He's going to send the rest of his Zerglings down to meet the rest.
Yeah, I absolutely think so, and I think that Elky already knows that that's the plan. He's got the bunker up. He's got, I don't know what that was. Okay, he's going for a second factory instead of that barracks.
That was his second bunker, actually. I think it might have been a good idea to keep this. He's probably going to put it up against, once he sees those 8 Zerglings. Baneling nest just about to finish right now. Speed is done now, so Elky must be tapping into the dark side because he's going to need a second bunker, I think. But this wall seems to be impenetrable at this point.
Yeah, he'll make the wall instead with a barracks there, which can be as good as a bunker in some cases. The Banelings are coming in. He does, like you said, have a very strong wall. It's there's a depot up front, but then it's completely walled with an orbital, a factory, a barracks on another side, a bunker that completes a wall behind that barracks. So there's really no weak point here. It's going to cost a lot to take this down, and even when he gets through, there's 6. No, I don't think so.
Well, we're going to see the Banelings roll in right now. It's just going to take out the supply people. He is going to try to walk in. Gets,
but it's not
gets the Baneling bust in. He does have a hole right in right now. Zerglings rushing in. Will he be able to defend his Marines and Hellions seems to not care at all.
Yeah, with the Marines, that's a very strong hold, and
that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end to that aggression. It's just such a strong wall that he wasn't going to be able to just completely blast through or do a lot of damage. So basically the casualties in that are a supply depot, an add-on, and a Hellion for what costs an awful lot more than that. Lings are still streaming across. They may catch these Hellions here. We'll get a surround on the first one. Second one, we'll have to hightail it back, but of course gets the scouting information that it is at least there. The second bunker may not finish. He's trying to buy time for it too, but he won't get actually back in it. He's going to get surrounded there before he can get down, so that one will fall. He probably will have to lift off here and potentially lose some SCVs.
Yeah, questionable choice for to move down. I guess he didn't sense the push was going to be that big or still ongoing. He felt like he held it off there, but
this is really good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good surround there, but he still got that hole in wall. Oh, Hellion pops out just to block in time, but decides to move it instead. Ling's gonna rush into the main base right now, attacking those SCVs. And then, yeah, Elky just caught with his pants down right now, not really suspecting how strong this push is. Ling's continuing to stream that bunker is holding ground right now, but that bunker's in the wrong position. Ling's just constantly attacking the command center right now, but feels like Elky's finally got enough units to defend this off, but at what cost?
Yeah, that's that cost. Yeah, it's I think.